Over the past few months, I have been making videos pertaining to the 2023 football recruiting class, and today's video is going to be no different. As today's video, I'm going to be talking about 2023 football recruits that I believe could have immediate impacts on the collegiate level for the 2023 college football season. Before I move on, remember to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Now let's get into it. The first player that I'm going to be talking about in today's video is going to play college football at UCF, and that's defensive lineman John Walker. John Walker, according to the 24/7 Sports Composite Rankings, is a 4-star, number 101 player nationally, and the number 12 defensive lineman in the 2023 class. Walker is a pretty big interior defensive lineman, standing in at 6'3", 310 pounds, according to his 24/7 Sports profile. Also, fun fact about John Walker, he is the highest rated recruit that UCF has ever landed in program history. Now, I believe that John Walker has a very good chance of playing for UCF as a true freshman. Am I saying he's going to be a starter? No, but I do believe he will have some impact on the field. He's someone who's had a lot of high school football ball under his belt playing in Florida at Osceola High School, and he has a lot of production as well. In his career for high school, he has 254 total tackles, 57 tackles for loss, 146 of those tackles came by being solo, and 40 sacks over a span of 4 years. He also is coming off a great senior campaign with 79 total tackles, 16 tackles for loss, and 9 sacks. In his entire high school football career, he showed a lot of productivity, and of course is capstoning it all with a great senior campaign. As I just said, all of his numbers the past 4 years, and what he did this past senior season. I believe he can go in day one and find a role with UCF's defense, as he is a bigger body guy, and he's someone that can play technically all over the D-line like he did in high school. He does shape up to be someone that is going to be strictly an interior guy, but when you look at his pass rush skills and defending the run, he's someone that did it very well on the high school level. And if you can translate it down to the collegiate level, you can believe that you're going to be hearing the name John Walker as a terrorizer on the defensive line in the trenches at UCF in Big 12 play. Another interesting tidbit about John Walker is standing at 6'3", 310 pounds. He has a very long wingspan of 6'10" that could help him as well on the collegiate level. On to the next player. Some believe he's the best high school prospect in the 2023 class, and that is Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs is rated as a 5-star number 6 player nationally and the number 1 safety in the 2023 class, and he's set to play football at Alabama. Being one of the highest rated players in the entire class, it's no surprise to see this guy's offer list, to know that almost every school in the entire country wanted Caleb Downs to be a part of their program. He had 34 total offers, and of course he chose Alabama over schools such as Georgia, Notre Dame, and Ohio State, just to name a few. He could have gone anywhere in the country, and he's someone that a lot of people think could be the best player in this class when it's all said and done. He shapes up to be someone that can play an immediate role anywhere he really wants to go. As you look at his scouting profiles, it's really hard to find any weaknesses in his game. He seems like someone that's very ready to play. He has a good build at 6 foot, 195, and the only thing in a scouting report done by Andrew Ivins, who's a Southeast recruiting analyst for 24/7 Sports, is that he's going to have to not be complacent once he gets to Alabama. But of course, knowing the kind of player that he is, it probably won't be that hard to accomplish. Over the span of his high school football career, on the defensive side of the ball, he racked up 269 career total tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 43 pass breakups, 1 forced fumble, and 19 interceptions. And in a spectacular 2022 senior campaign, having 83 total tackles, 10 pass breakups, 1 fumble recovery, 5 interceptions, as well as 20 touchdowns on the ground on the offensive side of the ball. He's a do-it-all prospect, and he's someone that has been killing it all season, his entire career. There's a reason why he's a top 10 player in the country, and he just showed out at the All-American game. And this is definitely a player you want to keep tabs on, not only for 2023, but down the road as well. Next up is David Hicks. David Hicks is rated as a 5-star number 9 player in the nation and the number 1 defensive lineman in the 2023 class, and he's going to play college football at Texas A&M. David Hicks has been one of the most highly talked about and highly touted players in the entire 2023 class since he first cracked into the high school scene, even before that, to be honest with you. David Hicks stands in at 6'4", 270 pounds, according to his 24/7 Sports profile. This is a prospect that I really like, and he's one of my favorite in the 2023 class. In his high school football career, he racked up 202 tackles, 57 tackles for loss, and 24 sacks. He shapes up to be a big-time defensive lineman on the next level, and I do believe he can get some early playing time for Texas A&M. In my opinion, David Hicks is one of those defensive linemen that doesn't always come around. I understand that Texas A&M has a lot of defensive linemen, and ones that were highly touted coming out of high school as well, but I believe that you're going to be hearing David Hicks' name in some way, shape, or form in the 2023 college football season. He has some good size, and you know he's going to be bigger once he actually steps foot on campus and gets through the college strength and conditioning program before the season starts. He has the speed, he has all the physical traits. He was a beast on all sides, all positions of the defensive line in high school, and when you compare him to his peers on the high school level, whether it be in the state of Texas playing Texas high school football, or even at the top high school football camps, or even the All-American Bowl games for high school prospects, David Hicks was consistently the top defensive lineman there, and he was almost impossible to stop. Was he really impossible to stop? No, but he was sure hard to stop, and he's someone that won more than he lost. Next up is wide receiver Mikey Matthews. Mikey Matthews is rated as a 3-star prospect, the number 486 player in the class, and the number 66 receiver in his position. He's set to play college football at Utah. As of the recording of this video, Mikey Matthews is a 3-star prospect. However, I could definitely see Mikey Matthews rising up in the recruiting rankings within these last couple updates, as he was an Under Armour All-American game participant, and he was one of the best players the entire week and even in the game, and he's definitely increased his stock recruiting ranking wise. But let's talk about him as a player in his high school football career. In his high school football career, he was highly productive playing California high school football, as he recorded 2,402 receiving yards on 177 receptions and 28 touchdowns in a 33-game span in his high school football career. And in his senior season, he had 61 receptions for 934 yards and 10 touchdowns through the air. He is not the biggest receiver in this class, standing in at 5'9", about roughly 180 pounds. However, Mikey Matthews does have some real speed, he has good hands, and more importantly, he is consistent. It's very important to be a consistent receiver, and I do believe that Mikey Matthews, with his skill set and what he possesses as a player, can come in for Utah day one as a freshman and have some kind of role with that offense in the 2023 season. For the final player in today's video, it is running back Durell Robinson. Robinson is rated as a 3-star, number 708 player nationally, and the number 51 running back in the class, and he'll play college football at Charlotte. Durell Robinson played for one of the best high schools in the nation at St. Francis Academy, and from what I see on the Max Prep stats for the season, St. Francis Academy, they had a good year where in 10 games it went 9-1, and for the stats, it says that Durell Robinson only appeared in 5 games. However, in those 5 games, Durell Robinson played very well, as he rushed for 582 yards, averaged 7 yards a carry, and had 5 rushing touchdowns. Out of all the players I've talked about in today's video, Durell Robinson is one that I could see playing some of the most football as a true freshman in the 2023 college football season, and there's a few reasons why. One, Durell Robinson is going into college with a pretty good running back build, especially coming out of high school. Standing in at 6 foot, roughly 200 pounds before college strength and conditioning, he's already a pretty solid size running back, and of course he can add more weight and add more size to his frame, and he's coming from a lot of productivity at a dominant high school at St. Francis Academy. Also, when looking at all the interviews with Durell Robinson and what he's talking about with Charlotte, he's expecting to play very early on and to be someone that makes an immediate impact and to potentially be a workhorse back for the Niners, not only as a freshman, but especially down the line for that 49er offense. Or at least that's what the coaches are portraying to Durell. And it wouldn't surprise me if he does play a lot as a true freshman, as Charlotte, They had one of the worst rushing offenses in all of college football in 2022. They ranked 109th out of 131 teams, and their lead rushing back had 620 yards on the entire season, with 4.2 yards per rushing average and 4 total touchdowns on the ground. Well guys, you've made this far in today's video. Drop something down in the comment section below. Who do you think in the 23 class is going to be an immediate impact player for the 2023 college football season? And if you want to see more parts to this video where I make it a whole series, just let me know in the comment section. And before you head out, remember to smash that like button, turn on those post notifications, and subscribe if you haven't already. Be Helly out.